Yeah, what up? We back with another edition of Sports Betting with Wes. And before we get into the menagerie of games that we got tonight, let's talk about the three games that we had last night. By the way, none of them went as planned. Orlando did not cover that negative 15 and a half to Sacramento. And I kind of felt like 15 was a lot, but I was in my emotions and I was feeling some type of way that Sacramento was just not covering. So I just bet against them out of spite. I should not have done that. Never bet with your feelings because Sacramento only lost by 4. New York did not cover that positive one they were getting Charlotte. They lost by 11, 103 to 114. And the Pels did not cover that positive 5 they were getting to Detroit. They lost by 21, 108 to 129. So, that being said, let's get into tonight's games. The Clippers are giving up. I'm sorry, Clippers are giving up 9.5 points to the Pacers. I like the Clippers. Over and under is 238. I'm not going to touch it. Miami is getting 5.5 points to the Cavs. I like the Cavs. The over and under is 242. I would bet on the over. Atlanta is getting 5 points to Boston. I like Boston. I also like Jason Tatum to give me a double double. The over and under is 224.5. I'm gonna bet on the over. Then we got Chicago getting 20 points from OKC. And 20 points is a lot of points. So it's like even though I know OKC can beat them, 20 points is a lot of points. But I'm going with OKC. I'm gonna take OKC with the 20. Over and under is 235.5. I'm gonna go with the under. Next, Houston is giving up 12 and a half to Memphis, and I like Houston. Also like the over on the no, I like the under on the over and under is 226.5. As a matter of fact, I'm not gonna bet on any. I'm not gonna touch that. Next, the Pelicans are getting 8.5 points to Toronto. Um, Pelicans lost horrible tonight to Detroit. I'm gonna go with Toronto, the 8.5. The over and under is 227.5. I'm gonna go with the over. Then we got Utah getting 18.5 points from Denver. And I'm gonna go with Denver. I'm also gonna bet on Jokic to give me a double double. Then we got Dallas getting 10 points from Portland. And I'm gonna go with I don't like neither one of these teams, but I'm gonna go with Portland. Over that I'm not gonna touch is 239.5. Then Washington is getting 14.5 points from Golden State. I'm gonna take Washington with 14.5. I don't believe Steph Curry is back yet. Um, Over and under is 233.5. I'm not gonna touch it. Last but not least, Brooklyn is getting 17 points from the Lakers. And I'm gonna take the Lakers. The over and under is 222.5. I'm not gonna touch it. And that will conclude our tickets for the night. Good luck on your bets. And until tomorrow when we sit down and talk about it, peace.